This video will explore how our nervous system affects us. First, we'll talk about the 3 main states of nervous system activation, and then dive into the effects each have on us each day. The first state we want to explore is what is scientifically known as the ventral vagal state. Some of you might have heard it referred to as parasympathetic, or as I call it, our rest and digest. This is a state of peaceful, calm energy where we're most grounded, most present, most attentive to the current moment. In this state, we feel at peace, we feel relaxed, we feel curious, and we feel open for connection. In this state, we are able to think, to make clear decisions, to manage our life, and even to be spontaneous, to be creative. Our beliefs when we're in this state are that the world is safe and that it is not out to harm me. In our relationships, when we're in this parasympathetic mode, this rest and digest state, we feel safe around others, able to make eye contact, to be vulnerable, and to trust those around us. The next state I want to talk about is commonly known as the fight or flight response. It's when our nervous system is in a sympathetic state of activation, or when we're in a survival mode, when we feel threatened. In this state, accordingly, we feel unsafe. We feel on edge, hostile, overwhelmed, out of control. In this state, it affects us behaviorally, it affects our minds. We're not able to make clear decisions. We don't feel able to manage our life. And oftentimes we don't even feel safe in our bodies. This results in beliefs that the world is dangerous, threatening, out to harm me. In our relationships, those beliefs are reflected where we feel defensive. We don't feel like we can connect with other people. And there's a very real reason why. When we're in this state of activation, we actually confuse neutral faces. So when someone's, has a very blank expression even, we might confuse that for a threatening face, continuing again that threat response in our whole bodies. Another state I want to explore, again scientifically, it's been called the dorsal vagal state. It's another form of our parasympathetic activation. However, this results in a version of shutdown. When we're in this state, we might feel apathetic, uninterested, tired, exhausted, disconnected, hopeless. We might not feel inspired. Again, we're not able to create like we're able to in that open, receptive state of ventral vagal that we talked about. Sometimes we don't even feel emotion at all. We might feel hopeless. We might just feel flat, nothing. In this state, we often have beliefs that the world is hopeless, pointless, unfair, not even worth investing myself into it at all. In our relationships, the similar beliefs are reflected. We might not even feel like we want to connect. We might not share our feelings at all. Some of us might avoid relationships entirely. So how do we begin to do the work? We want to begin to cultivate awareness, to learn how to be a witness to ourselves when our body is in those different states of nervous system activation. Because when we're in those different states of nervous system activation, as we were just exploring, it does affect everything from the way we think and believe about the world to how we operate in it, especially in our relationships. So as we develop this awareness, we can begin to extend compassion to ourselves. If we see these beliefs, if we see this defensiveness, if we see these nervous system states in activation, we might be able to understand what's going on for us at a deeper level. I'm interested in hearing from you out there. Anyone who's been observing their own nervous system and the effects it has, I'd love to hear from you. I know for me, I spent almost a lifetime in that shut down state that we just explored. Dissociated, disconnected. Even though I was achieving all of these things in the world, I felt flat and I felt so emotionally alone. So my healing began when I was able to identify that I didn't have feelings. I felt flat. I felt disconnected because of my nervous system, not because of any deficit in myself or any unworthiness. So again, I'd love to hear from each of you out there as you begin to explore the effect your nervous system has on you each and every day.